finally, where are the written captions instead of this voiceover? Everything isn't as it normally is at the beginning of the week. I tried race A this week. I couldn't jump in the morning as I usually do, so I jumped in late afternoon, and yeah, I tuned up a car and tried to do a race, but people were simply just taking each other out whenever they had a chance. So I thought, well, that's me done with that race for this week. So what to do instead? I kind of wanted to try race B. I've actually never really raced on Trial Mountain, at least not since we had Trial Mountain in earlier Gran Turismo games, which in my case goes back to Gran Turismo 4, and of course I've done some of the offline content on this game, but not really that good at this track yet. So I jumped onto this account instead, and it's not because I think that I'm in any way better than drivers on the US servers. It's mainly because my rating just isn't that high on this account, and it would somehow suit me better to learn the combo under these circumstances. Anyway, we are closing up on this pack of GTRs. There's a bit of a traffic jam, and I back off because I'm not going to try and move, especially not into a corner, which I really suck at. And yeah, but I didn't expect him to brake that hard, so yeah, I accidentally went into the back of him. That's totally my fault, but I just got caught out there. We all sort of survived, and yeah, trying to move around the outside of this, and have a few drivers trying to go through a stone wall. Can hardly be recommended, I'm sure. But yeah, we are still alive. Oh yeah, I'm here, buddy. But yeah, let's move on. It's still my first attempt, so yeah, I'm not expecting miracles of any sort. Soon we have to look in my rear view mirror, because the mint green GTR gets he catches my slipstream, and then he tries to move out, but the Alpha is still there, and it ends in all sorts of disasters behind me. Yeah, I was lucky he was ghosted, because otherwise he would have taken me out as well. But yeah, we carry on. But yeah, I got a bit of a surprise during the race as that happened. Now coming into this corner, we have a car diving up my inside. Luckily I saw him, and we give him space. Maybe I can keep... Yeah, he gives me space as well, so all is good. Yeah, I couldn't really stay ahead, but yeah, it's all good. We're just moving on. In fact, I decided to just bump draft him a bit instead of trying to do something stupid, coming into a corner that I haven't learned yet. I get the start sort of right, but then I forget to turn back to the right, and then the line is all messed up for the rest of those corners. But now all sorts of weird stuff is going on. We have a car basically at a standstill. Then we have a car coming the opposite direction. I'm not a racing expert, but I think racetracks usually are a one-way street. I could be wrong though. But yeah, a couple of free positions for me. And yeah, let's see what we can do from here. At this point, I am getting really close, but unfortunately, I cut the corner and yeah, I grazed the wall as well, but I pick up a 1 second penalty, which I have to serve at the end of the next lap. So let's jump straight to that. So we are going around the corner, and despite a penalty, why not try to do the old switcheroo, and with a little help from the wall I actually pull it off. But then, yeah, because of the penalty, we're just going backwards again. lost that position. And we've got a white car coming, and the other GTR just manages to get past as well. I'm not really going to fight that because, yeah, as I mentioned, me and that corner, not the best friends yet. So I still consider this as a practice race, just trying to get a feel for it, get a feel for the car, and all is good. Now we have a bit of action as we've got contact between those cars. I did manage to stay narrow enough, so there was a bit of contact between me and the blue car as well. Yeah, I don't know if I should have waited or anything, but yeah, as it happened, I felt like I'm just moving along now. So that was the end of the first race, and since the GTR seemed to be a popular choice, I decided to give it a go. Nice rental car, of course. And yeah, the first thing I found out, this certainly feels more stiff through the twisty corners. And then I just kept on hitting the rev limiter. Couldn't get used to not having all those revs as the 155. But yeah, so far not made a total mess of that first corner. And as we jump ahead, you can see I make an accidental dive up the inside, but yeah, didn't mean to, so we're just backing off, letting him go again. And then you can see me doing the almost impossible. I actually managed to spin a four-wheel drive car. Complete total damage, and that was basically almost the end of this race for me. So
2,000 years later,
eventually I caught up with a few cars. We had someone having an issue there, and yeah, I'm basically just picking up the pieces. At the end of the race, there was a clear takeout of the driver there. I almost suspect there has been some sort of yeah, they have some sort of story going on that I don't know of, but yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But at the end of this race, I finished P12, and considering the disastrous start of the race, yeah, I guess that's okay. And we'll jump on to my final attempt this evening on the American servers. I'm back in the Alpha 155. Somehow that car suited me better. The leaderboard is right now, it's a mix of GTRs and Alpha 155, so I don't know. I think maybe it's a personal preference choice. Can I do this corner this time? Almost see, I'm a bit scared of it now, but yeah, that wasn't too bad actually. The cars in front of me, soon they will be fighting quite a lot, going side by side through these twisty bits of the track. So that will slow them right down, and I might have a chance to catch up with them. Soon we'll jump ahead a bit and see how this turns out. Coming through this corner, you can see the Mazda Atenta hits the wall. I hit the wall as well, but not as bad as he did. And we are up to P6. So now it's just a matter of trying to hunt down P5 if possible. So let's jump ahead and have a look what's going on further on in the race. We are at lap 3 now. Someone has had an incident. And luckily stayed ghosted, and I'm still just trying to hunt down the car in front of me. I think he's about to make a mistake now. Yeah, he's in the wall. Luckily he's keeping to the side and I can safely pass him, and we are up to P4 now. And if I can avoid messing up too much, this might stick to the end of the race. Speaking of the end of the race, we have just by magic jumped to the end of the lap. I saw the car in front of me go wide, but accidentally I went wide as well. But I'm ending P4, so that's the end of my American adventures, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.